It's December 25th, the day every kid looks forward to during the winter. The tree's decorated and Santa's left everyone's presents. But do we really know what Christmas is about, when it began, and when it started? Well, today I'm here to inform everyone on the history of Christmas. First, we'll look at what Christmas is. Then, we'll see when it began, and then we'll look into traditions around the world. So, what is Christmas? According to whychristmas.com, the word Christmas comes from the church service that was held to celebrate Jesus' birthday, which was called the Mass of Christ or Christ Mass, and eventually it was shortened to the word Christmas. Normally, church services are held on Christmas Day in the early evenings and throughout the night, the latest being at midnight, and normally many people attend these services. Christmas is a day to celebrate the birth of Jesus and also to get together with family and friends and to remember and appreciate the people and things they have in their life. And it's also when presents are given and received. Have you ever wondered why we give presents? It's to remember the presents that were given to Jesus by the three wise men, which were frankincense, gold, and myrrh. And have you ever wondered when it all began? According to timeanddate.com, many, many years ago, the first Christmas that we know of was celebrated in the year 336 BC. And a couple years later, Pope Julius I declared that Jesus' birth will officially be celebrated on the 25th of December. But Christmas really wasn't celebrated back then because partying was seen as unchristian-like. But eventually in 1840, people began celebrating Christmas with parties, programs, and more. And then in 1870, the 25th of December was declared an official holiday in the United States, and ever since then has become the most popular holiday of the year. But Christmas isn't always celebrated in the same ways. Other countries have different traditions that are nothing like the United States. ThisAway.com states that in Germany, on the 6th of December, children leave their clean and polished shoes at the front door so that St. Nicholas can leave candy and nuts if they've been good or a switch if they've been bad. And they normally celebrate Christmas on the 25th and have a big feast with their family, but the 26th is also a holiday. So normally on December 24th around 2 p.m., the cities start to shut down and people start to go home to start their Christmas traditions, and they won't return until the 27th of December. In Russia, they celebrate Christmas really late in the year. According to TripSavvy.com, Russia's Christmas is on January 7th. And the reason they celebrate Christmas so late in the year is because the Russian Orthodox churches follow the old Julian calendars for religious celebrations like Christmas. In the past, the Soviet Union in 1929 banned Christmas. And so if you wanted to celebrate it, you were to do so in private with only your family. And Christmas trees were also banned until 1935 when they were turned into New Year's trees. In Canada, they have your normal Christmas Day and Christmas Eve, but what's so unique about Canada is on the 26th of December, it's Boxing Day. According to timeanddate.com, this is when stores open earlier than they usually do and have their annual sales. People line up outside of the stores hours before they open just so they can make sure they get what they want. And this has turned into a whole week of sales, which they have now started calling Boxing Week. And in Mexico, they have a whole month of different Christmas days to celebrate. According to whychristmas.com, starting on the 16th of December all the way to Christmas Eve, children have posadas, which is a party that is hosted at a different house every night. And it's up to the kids to find out where the party is at. So they'll go from house to house until they find it. And once they find it, they'll say prayers and then have a party with food, games, and fireworks. And some kids will expect their presents on the 25th of December, and others will expect them on the 6th of January, which is also known as the Day of the Kings. And then the last day they celebrate is February 2nd, which is the Day of the Virgin Candles, and that represents the end of Christmas. So that just about wraps up the traditions of Christmas, but before we go, let's recap what we went over today. First, we learned about what Christmas is and why we give presents. Then we looked into when it started, which dates all the way back to the year 336 BC. And finally, we looked into the traditions around the world. So I hope you all learned something more about Christmas Day. Thanks.